and I've practiced a lot of things, even the good conversation with yourself, like you do. And I'm not a pro at it yet, obviously still learning. I guess I was figuring, like, maybe there's something I'm not quite, the wording is not right the way I'm doing it. Because we'll say example jobs, right? Like, I'm very qualified. Every job I do, I always excel, top scores. In the entertainment industry, everybody's like, wow, you're great. But again, I've learned to recently ask for help in the last few years instead of trying to will it all myself, which I've done. Obviously now learning more allowing, which has done tremendously more. But everything, like I said, feels right on that tipping point where there's a lot of things about to happen, but it feels like they've still been teetering for a while. It's like, okay, I'm ready.
So these are the questions that we have for you.
Yes.
Do you believe that everything you've asked for has either manifested or is in the vortex in some degree of unfolding?
There's tons of semis in the vortex with all that I've asked for. And there are a lot of things I have that contributed to those.
Here's the next question. So these things that are in the vortex that are in the process of unfolding, are you satisfied with them, or do they need to manifest before you let yourself be satisfied? That's the piece for you. You've got to be satisfied with where they are, not dissatisfied with where they are, or you slow them down. That really is the piece. It's a big piece. That's how you live happily ever after, because you're always putting new ideas in that are in the process of evolving. This is the story that we want to tell you. This is a good way to hear it. So we want you to be ready, to be ready, to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. And what we mean by that is, so you meditate or whatever, or make a list of positive aspects, or find things to appreciate, or you wake up and you just feel good and you don't do anything to screw it up. You're feeling good, so you're ready. But what are you ready for? Are you ready for a full manifestation? No, you're ready for an impulse or a thought from your inner being. You're ready to receive a suggestion from broader perspective who knows what your path of least resistance is. Not the best path for everyone on the planet. That path doesn't even exist. Not a path that might have worked for you when you were in your teens. That path is irrelevant. The path of least resistance from where you are right now to the things that you are asking for. In other words, you said that you are a solution receiver. Well, your inner being is a solution offerer. And as you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on in the receiving mode, then you receive a thought. Now, that thought is not going to explode in this moment. You say you feel like you're on the brink. So maybe some of them are on the brink of exploding into manifestation. Maybe some of them are on the brink of exploding into something a little more, on the brink of exploding into something a little more, in the brink exploding into something a little more. In other words, ready to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. You see what we're getting at? We're trying to talk all of you, especially you. We're trying to talk all of you, especially you. We're trying to talk all of you, especially you. Especially you. We're trying to talk all of you into not needing the manifestation now in order to feel satisfied. That this next idea, wow, feels so good. This next impulse, wow, because now I'm ready to receive the next, and ready to receive the next, and ready to receive the next. And why does this matter? Because you're not happy. You cannot be satisfied unless you are consciously moving it along. It's your reception, it's your perception, it's your witnessing of your own vibrational prowess that makes creation so much fun. Sometimes you think, we know you do, we can even feel it in this room. You think, I have these things I want, just somebody whip it up and give it to me. And wake me up when it's ready. And we say, maybe for a minute, but not for long. What the recipe for happily ever after is I'm so good at this, and ooh, I'm mixing it up, and ooh, there's a piece I'll throw into the vortex. How do I know? Because I really don't want that piece. So I'll throw this piece in, and an understanding that it is mixing, and a trusting that your inner being is there, and a trusting that your inner being knows, and an understanding that your inner being knows where you stand in relationship to everything that you want, and knows, hear this, knows the joyful path for you to move toward the culmination / ending of the fun. Ooh. We might say that again. You didn't seem to hear it.